Hi guys, and welcome to a new devlog update on the game 2D top-down space adventure game that we're going on here. Now, lately, since the last video, we saw that I got very excited about sprites, textures, drawing and stuff like that. So, lately I've been doing with that, and right now I actually fixed a big problem in game. That's when, the sprites are zoomed out, scaled down or something like that. You will see a lot of flickering, jittering and stuff like that. So, we fixed that. So right now we got a certain amount of textures. We are getting somewhere. We fixed the jittering, the flickering, everything that has to do with sprites and images and stuff like that. So that's good. I'm gonna explain to you what I actually fixed there, but it looks good. And I think we can continue developing the game. I'm also added certain other weapons, and I'm going to show you that. So, as you see here, we got new planets. We got a Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and this over here is actually the moon, but I don't know, I just left it there. There is also a big update when it comes to asteroids. Asteroids used to be procedurally generated asteroids. We even made asteroids being destructible, but after we made that we figured out it's not actually very playable, so we're not gonna do that. It just doesn't feel right. So right now we actually changed sprites, put some kind of collision box around those sprites, and it works very, very nice. So we don't have no longer procedurally generated asteroids. So 2000 asteroids, not every single is different, so there will be like 30 different asteroids, and I'll just spread them around, but that's what I have. So let's see a little bit up here. Also, we got a new ship, guys. We got a new ship, as you can see up here. I'm sorry about the black screen, still haven't fixed that. Up here, as you can see, we got a new ship, and you might think this is the ugliest ship ever, and I get that, but the ship will be upgraded. That's the whole point. You want to start with something that looks terrible, and then you're gonna upgrade it, make it better and stuff like that. So right now you can see up here we got some kind of hard points on the ship that you can actually put stuff on. So we got a gun turret on the ship. That's gonna be one weapon. The second weapon is gonna be missiles. You can see down here just below. The sprites are the colors are not actually that nice, but I'll make different kind of colors for that. It also won't be let me just stop the ship a little bit up here. The gun turret will be follow the mouse. The missiles will actually follow the focus target and will turn to wherever the focus target is. And then the last weapon we have is the energy turret up here, and you can see energy turret is on the side of the ship, so it will shoot in straight lines. So energy turrets will shoot in straight lines, guns will shoot anywhere you point at, and the missile turrets will slowly rotate towards the focus target and shoot at those targets, because they don't have to be precise, because they are missiles should follow certain projector. It won't go in straight line, that's what I'm trying to say. But it looks nice. I like really the design of the sprites that we are doing right now, and everything looks nice and ready. So as you can see here, let's go back to the start over here again. And the big problem up here right now, after I actually made the sprites, is how big the sprites should be. And what I figured out is that when creating sprites, they need to be 2-3 times bigger than what they are actually gonna be in game. So if you see this sprite over here, I made I think the gun sprite was actually 10 times bigger. The ship sprite was 3 times bigger than this. So when I make the sprite, the texture, I actually have to scale it down in the game for it to look good. There has also been some options in the Godot engine that needs to be set for this to actually look very nice, and that have been causing a lot of problems. But first, let's check out the sprites right now. This is the moon, and I can see my artistic soul is coming, definitely towards the whatever it's called, towards light. And we got a Venus up here and Mercury. So all planets will be interactable. There will be maybe some people living here. Definitely will be some people living on the Mars. There will be Elon Musk statue, the Saint Elon Musk statue up here somewhere. There will be, so you will be able to interact with all of these planets. And I'm pretty what are you gonna say, I'm pretty excited. No, I'm not pretty confident. I'm pretty happy about myself and how I actually managed to, you know, draw these sprites. So you can see here, the problem with drawing the Jupiter, it doesn't have anything. It's a gas planet. So, you know, I'm really happy that I'm, you know, came up with these kind of stuff here on the sides. It gives a little bit more, you know, depth or something like that. You know, Saturn has this ring up here, and Uranus has this, you know, ring that goes, you know, straight up. So, you know, that's nice. And the most boring planet is Neptune. It's a gassy planet. It has no shapes or anything, just round planets. So it's a little bit tricky to draw it, but, you know, that's what we got right now. So let's go over here to asteroids over here right now. You'll see that this asteroid doesn't move because it has some kind of mass. This doesn't have any mass, so this moves, you know, further around. But asteroids right now, they are no longer generated procedurally, and it works nice. It works nice. It's a lot easy to work with. We can, you know, make very nice sprites. So I'm gonna make like 30 sprites for that, and it's gonna be very, very nice. So when you shoot at actually on these asteroids, they will just explode and drop some loot, and that's gonna be that. So that's what we got so far right now, and it looks very nice. Now let me show you how I actually thought it. I just put the planets in a straight line, but this is actually a solar system that we are building. So the game will be set, you know, at least start in the solar system and move outward from that. Let's go back to the start over here. And as you can see here right now, we have a solar system where planets rotate around the sun. We got an asteroid belt up here. We got a Jupiter and Saturn up here. Then we got there is one planet missing. No, sorry. Here are the 4 planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. Then you got an asteroid belt up here. You got a Jupiter and Saturn up here, and then you got Uranus and Neptune all over there. So we got some kind of solar system up here that's working quite nicely so far. So there will be you know, some kind of gameplay going on around here, and you will be able to, you know, go to asteroids, you know, pick up stuff, go to certain, you know, locations, deliver the goods, and, you know, travel around. We need to put a lot more assets in the game. So I'm a little bit unsure what I'm gonna do about next. I think right now I'm very happy about, you know, how sprites are working and textures and stuff like that. So I'll be focused on making the focus target, focusing anything system, and then I will add the lasers and the missiles so they can shoot at those focus stuff. And after that, we'll see if we're gonna add more stuff, or, you know, fix maybe some kind of background up here or something like that. But so far, you know, there is some kind of progress. I'm very happy about it. There is some kind of blurry image up here when you zoom out too much. You know, that has to be fixed as well. But I'm gonna show you two things that actually made the images look good, and the problem with jittering. Okay, so this is the second recording of the same Godot thing, because I don't know what just happened. Doesn't matter. There are 3 options that needs to be set when putting the texture in the Godot. Now the problem was that I had flickering and jittering problem with images. Now flickering is when images are turning around, you're kind of scaling the image or zooming in and out, and you will see these thin lines and stuff like that. They're not really they're not kind of you know, slowly, you know, turning around. They're kind of clicking in place, but they're not actually clicking. They're just like kind of being broken. So the straight line is no longer straight, but it's kind of, you know, Z-shaped line, you know, while it's turning around. That's kind of flickering problem. And this problem was solved by, you know, setting MIP maps on, and anisotropic filtering on as well. And I also used uncompressed images up here at the top, because the game won't be that, you know, texture heavy game. There will be textures, but it's not like, you know, some, you know, games where there is, you know, too much textures. But I can definitely use uncompressed images, just get as much quality I can out of the images. So this is here for the junk ship image settings. And once I did this, the flickering went away. So this was really nice and really easy fix. But, you know, it took time to figure out, you know, what was the problem with the flickering, because I would be looking at these other games that has the same kind of textures and the same kind of feel, and then they don't have any kind of flickering. And I was like, why do I have flickering? There needs to be a way to fix that. And this is one of the ways to fix that. You can also go to project settings and go to import default. So when you're importing, you just set, you know, MIP maps, this one asteroid filtering on as well, mode uncompressed, save that, and every time you import images, there will be imported with the settings. But that fixed the filtering problem of the flickering problem of the images. The second problem is a jittery problem, and jittery and flickering is a little bit different. But jittery is basically when it kind of jitters, when it kind of, you know, snaps into next pixel and stuff like that, and that's the pixel problem up here. So for some reason I had this option up here, pixel snap turned on. I think I did this before when I actually started making the game. For some reason I was testing stuff and this was actually on. So what this actually did is that when ship was moving, it wasn't moving slowly from, you know, over time, over certain levels. It was clicking from one pixel to next. It looked really jittery, right? And I figured out this needs to be on because our game is not pixel art game. We don't want, you know, to move pixel by pixel, you know, one space or other space. We want to have a very nice smooth transition between the pixels because we are using floating numbers and we are not using integers. So this needs to be turned on. So turning this off, this needs to be turned off. So turning off the pixel snap and setting up these, you know, MIP maps and asterotropic filtering with the uncompressed mode kind of fixed everything that you know, needs to be fixed in game. So right now you'll see that the ship is actually turning very nicely, even when it's zoomed out. I mean, I'm not showing you right now the difference, but you would have seen like up here in the back of this, you know, gun where this gray area is, these lines, they will be, you know, they will be cracking and turning around, and you know, it was just too ugly to look at. Anyways, very excited about, you know, right now what I can do with the textures. They look very nice. So the only thing, the problem right now is my skill when it comes to drawing the textures. But I think I'm improving. I'm learning stuff and stuff like that. You can see here on the ship, on the gun up here, there is definitely some kind of a you know, shading going on. I think shading is gonna be a big thing, so you know, I need to become better at shading. But you know, I drew a couple of planets and you know, it works nice, and you know, we got a solar system going on, so we just need to populate it with you know, space stations and wormholes and you know, black holes in the middle of the in the middle of the solar system, you know, and stuff like that. You know, garages, you know, factories and stuff like that, enemy ships, you know, mining, stuff like that. So you know, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. So next thing I'm gonna do right now, I think I'm gonna, you know, focus on getting the focus working, then maybe, you know, getting the weapons working. Then I'm gonna probably, you know, making new sprites, new textures for the asteroids up here. I think I'm gonna make like 30 new sprites for the asteroids, and then I'm gonna make this extraction for the asteroids, and then we're gonna take it from there. Then it's about, you know, picking up the loot, you know, and putting in inventory, and then trading with stuff. And you know, when we come that far, we already got a game. We already got a game. Anyways, guys, thanks for following, you know, and I'll see you around. Ciao.